Welcome back, guys, or if you're new to my channel, this is Automotive Anonymous, and that's a 2024 Subaru Forester. It's a base model, and today I'm going to do a quick review of it. I did a more lengthy review of the 2023 last year, so this is going to be more of just a walk around and share what it looks like. I'll try to keep this video to 8 minutes or less, and I was just making another video with this vehicle about why my wife and I are actually going to be buying a 2025 Forester, and that's going to be here in about a month. So this is more of just a basic walk around video. And I want to show you what the base has to offer and what you get for about $28,000. Right off the bat, though, it does look like a Forester, especially from the side, which is a lot of the same characteristics that the new generation is going to have. This is the last year of the 5th generation. It came out in 2019. It had a facelift in 2022. And honestly, even for the base model, it looks really good. You have the standard really bright LED headlights, super bright at night. You obviously don't have the front-facing camera or the fog lights, but you do have a lot of cladding, and in fact, if you want to add an LED light bar like I did on my Outback Wilderness, you can do that. I'll even add the discount code in the description below. But overall, it's actually a really nice vehicle. This is crystal white pearl. It has an all-season tire, Bridgestone. Not fantastic, but it's probably going to last you 40,000 miles. It has steely wheels with hubcaps, and honestly, they look okay. They're not bad. A little bit of cladding still throughout, but nothing crazy like a Wilderness or some other competing vehicles that have so much cladding. You do have black side mirrors, no moonroof on this one. It's the only one without. We do get painted on the fish fin antenna back there. Anyways, guys, when you open it up, the door panel looks very Subaru Forester. You have a cloth door card, nice materials, and an 11-finger handle right there. Otherwise, speaker, bottle, snacks. This one is $28,000 from Twin Falls Subaru, and they even ship anywhere in the country. Everything they sell is under MSRP. They're a fantastic dealership. And these are overall really good. 5-star crash test rated. It's also a top safety pick. Plus, 26 city, 33 highway. All those safety features, even on the base model. And then Twin Falls Subaru doesn't jip you with all the add-ons and markups like a lot of other dealerships. So you basically have 3 options on this. And they're options that basically everyone's going to want. But sitting inside here, it's actually really nice for the base model. It's comfortable. You don't have a leather-wrapped wheel, but you're not paying enough money to get one. Turning is nice. You can hear the wheels turning. The horn, typical Subaru horn, pretty loud. You even have a few features down here: auto start stop, the fuse box, hood release, rubberized pedals. You even have the upper screen, but then you have just the 6.5-inch display right there, not the 8-inch screen like you do on the higher trim levels. You have physical knobs. This is the last generation to get physical knobs. And then you have some plugins down here, a nice rubberized tray. The backup camera takes up the whole 6.5-inch screen, and the clarity is honestly not too bad either. You do have a few more spots down here for storage. You have some cup holders, the carryover CD tray from when these lost the CD player that used to be right here up until last year. And then you have a pretty decent size, pretty deep 12-volt in your center console. Otherwise, LED lighting on this one. Sunglass holder. This is more like the Crosstrek. It doesn't have lighting right there, and it doesn't extend. It just slides. So there's a few bits on this that are more like the Crosstrek than the Outback, which is a little bit more premium. But the backpack's having a good time. Visibility is fantastic. Seriously, those windows are huge. The side mirrors are equally huge. Look at all that. You can really see a lot of stuff back there. But let's hop out. I'll hop in the back. This is really just a very low effort, one-take video review. So I hope that works for you guys today. If you want to see more details and more in-depth stuff, check out last year's video of the base model. Otherwise, everything is comfortable. I haven't actually noticed the strap on this one to pull back to recline the seat, so maybe that's not an option on the base model, or it's just tucked away too far. But sitting behind myself at 5'11", I have pretty good room in front of my knees. I have storage, no plugins or anything down here. No center armrest, unfortunately. But again, nice big window, good visibility, and even without the giant half roof panel and moonroof, you still have so much natural light that it feels really spacious and you're not very claustrophobic. I even have probably about that much room in front of my head. Otherwise, if we come around to the back, no power liftgate on the base model, no window tint either, but you do have the lines to defrost, and the shocks do a pretty good job, so you don't have to lift it very high. Back here, it's still about 30 cubic feet of room. When you drop the seats, you have about 75, and the higher trim levels have a little knob or button right there to drop them. But you still have a pretty good storage and a flat floor right there. And then some storage down here, and then the spare tire with all the tools in the eye bolt hole even further below. And if you do buy the privacy shade back there, you can also fit that down right there in those grooves, which is pretty cool about the Forester. Otherwise, it's not too high to reach for most people. And the roof isn't that much lower than the hatch. So it's probably going to fit in most modern garages, and it's fairly easy to lower. It also has around 9 inches of ground clearance, or 8.7 more specifically. These can tow about 1,500 pounds if you have a tow package. The gas door is located on the passenger side. It's a 16.6 gallon tank. So these top out at almost 500 miles, or about 500 miles of range, driving it conservatively. And overall, it's a pretty good looking vehicle. One of the best parts about Subarus is the ease of maintenance under the hood on basically everything that's not the spark plugs. So you have the air filter in the box, you have induction through the grill, and then it just goes through the throttle body and then to the upper intake runners. But you have the alternator, the serpentine belt, the oil dipstick, a mini fuse box right there, another fuse box right there, the battery, all of your other reservoirs, your top mount oil filter so you don't knock that thing off off-roading. And then with the serpentine belt and all the accessories right there, again, most maintenance items are really easy. This engine, it's kind of wide, but it's low. Really good center of gravity. It's not quite a 50-50 weight balance vehicle, but these handle extremely well in the winter. And on the dozen or so days I drive each winter when I get out before the snow plows, that's why I drive a Subaru, because I see a lot of vehicles, trucks, cars, everything off the road, but I never see Subarus, as long as you're driving conservatively. This is a really good mechanical setup. These engines are reliable. They're refined. I might not have said that 15 years ago, but Subaru has stuck to their Boxer formula, and they've really done a good job working out all the problems that old Forester engines and other Subaru Boxer engines used to have. And statistically speaking, since apparently 2/3 of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, there's a lot of vehicles that are just out of the price point of what most people can afford, and a lot of those are trucks and SUVs. But the Japanese especially, keeping their crossovers compact, affordable. Again, they're hard to find because there's not really much of a profit margin, I imagine, for most dealerships to sell these, because there aren't any options that can have their own margin and markup and add-ons and stuff. But a $28,000 Subaru Forester with hubcaps, with brand new tires, super bright LED headlights, 5-star crash test rating, top safety pick plus the standard, and then not having to pay for all the electronic controls on the seats, the buttons, having a 5-year powertrain warranty, even if you don't buy an extension on that. This really offers a whole lot. It's a vehicle that's going to make life easy, especially with all the backseat storage. With all the extra room back here, the 30 cubic feet, you can really do a lot. You can really have a lot of fun with your Subaru, and it's going to make life easy. A lot of people don't need a pickup truck to go to the grocery store, but having a closed, safe from the elements cargo area back there, it's going to do pretty good. Having as much ground clearance as most full-size trucks that aren't the extremes like the ZR2, the Raptor, the TRX. This honestly does a lot of things, and it does really well. And Subarus, I'm pretty impressed with them. That's why I, after driving a couple hundred cars, still drive Subarus, and why our family is going to add another one to the fleet. So with that said, if you guys like this video, if you got anything out of it, please consider liking this video. Comment your thoughts and opinions below. Subscribe, especially if you want to see what it's like to own a 2025 Subaru Forester. I hope to put out the first video of that in about a month. And I wish you guys the best. Definitely test drive the competition. But thank you for hanging out with me on this quick, impromptu walk-around review of the base model 2024 Subaru Forester. See you guys.